it's Kay and Hattie from Bit Much Babe podcast. If you are enjoying this podcast, please make sure that you like and subscribe our channel on YouTube. You can also like and follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Leave a little 5-star review, leave a little comment, but be nice about it. And please just keep engaging with us, as it means a lot. And it doesn't cost you anything. It's really, really cheap, and just do it.
Doesn't cost you anything.
It doesn't cost you anything.
It's not cheap. It's free.
Share it to all your friends. Share it to people you like. Share it to people you don't like. We don't really care. Just share it. Okay.
Follow us on Instagram.
And
You just really want more followers on Instagram. And if you work for Tatty Lashes, message us.
That's not how I want to approach them.
We have a Patreon.
Hattie, can you talk into the microphone, please?
Our Patreon is going to be called Much Love Babe. The space where basically we have a look at the problems or the bit muches that you've sent in, and we have a little discussion about them. It's where kind of, I think, we'll delve into our personal lives a little bit more and talk about our problems and just kind of.
We might not even redact names.
We might not even redact names.
Shit tea.
Yeah, shit tea.
We love getting your DMs. Not all of them. But we love most of your DMs, and we love having the repartee. And this is a way of us formalizing said repartee, because you get to email us your stuff and what you think is a bit much, or if you think yourself you're being a bit much, or things are a bit much, and we get to talk to you about whether they are a bit much.
Subscribe to it for £3, £5 or £10 a month, and you get all the exclusive content. You get early access to our main episodes that'll come out on Saturdays, and our Patreon exclusives will come out on Thursdays. The more our Patreon grows, the more kind of amazing stuff we will get to do. We can take Ben on the corridor.
Oh, we can take Ben on the corridor.
Your support so far has been absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And we just want to kind of give something back to you, but obviously only for money.
Feminism. See you on the Patreon. Welcome to Bit Much Babe, the podcast by two girls who've typically been seen as a bit much, talking about things that we think are a bit much. And we've just come back from Christmas. Hi!
Hello!
How's your Christmas?
Merry
Was it
Christmas!
a bit much?
My Christmas was a bit much. Actually, it was quite chilled.
Yeah.
But obviously, whenever you're around my family, it's always a little bit much.
I had a really long drive yesterday, and I called Kay for a chat, and I was like, "Oh, how's your Christmas?" She was like, "I've made notes. It's for the pod tomorrow." And I was like, "Ah."
There's just, family dynamics, guys. It's just always a bit of a minefield, isn't it? Especially when my family are, they're insane. So we had Christmas in my mum's.
Do you split your Christmas? Like, do you ever see your dad?
No.
Fine.
No. In general, actually.
Sorry,
in general.
Yeah. Where is he?
Although I went for a meal with my dad actually. A couple of days before Christmas, we went to. Me and Ria drove over to Chester to see him because apparently his car doesn't work.
I was going to say it's good of effort. Yeah.
And this is a public. But we drove over, and it was quite funny because I was meant to be doing the directions, but just got so. Because I've spoke about how much I love my sister, and I was just so excited to be in her presence that I just kept forgetting to tell her when to turn, and she kept getting really angry with me.
You just wanted to prolong it, didn't you?
She just wanted to prolong it because I was just really happy to be with my sister. Also discovered, so my music taste is that of a 15-year-old girl, and also so I'm a massive fan of the Beautiful South and Paul Eaton and the House Martins. And everyone else hates it. Emily always tells me my music taste is shit. And then we were in the car, and I realised the only person with the exact same music taste as me is my sister. And do you know the song, the Elton John and Ed Sheeran song, Merry Christmas, everyone? I love that song. I think it's lovely. And everyone else hates it. And again, it was on in the car, and we went, I love this song. And I was like, oh my God, they're just the same. But she doesn't like it when I say that. And then, so we were driving to Chester, and then a couple of days later, my little cousins, they put up a thing on Instagram. They'd been to Amsterdam together. And I texted Ria, and I was like, Bo and Theo have been to Amsterdam together. Why haven't we been to Amsterdam together? And she literally replied saying, we barely made it to Chester. Shut the fuck up. And I was like, okay then. So I guess we're not going to Amsterdam together. It's not hateful.
Also, what is the difference really between
this
Chester
is what
and
I said.
Amsterdam?
And I was like, well, the difference is I wouldn't be given directions for Amsterdam. The pilot's not going to ask me for directions, so we'll be fine.
I heard a story about someone who was flying back to Liverpool yesterday after Christmas, and apparently there was an announcement on the plane saying, can everyone please turn the phone off? We are landing in autopilot. That would terrify me. They were landing like...
So just like...
Why would they tell them? Would you not just go...
Well, I guess because they need their phones to be off.
Can everyone not turn the phone off for landing? Would you not go, we're not landing a plane outside?
Everyone ignores it. Everyone, as soon as you start like breaking cloud, everyone's phone goes back on.
Mine doesn't. I follow the
you're
rules.
a good girl.
I don't fly. I've only flown once.
Where did you go?
Spain when I was a kid. That's the only time I've been abroad.
Really?
Yeah. I've been to Scotland.
I was going to make a really snide comment then and I had to stop myself.
I cannot wait
Not about you.
till this Patreon really pops off and we open Ben's eyes to like hummus, avocado,
Foreign
abroad.
people.
A rich girl, if I know, pay for him.
Oh my God, Abba Voyage.
Oh, imagine. How good would that be?
Imagine.
When I first moved to uni, there was a girl who had come to the club and I went on a couple of dates with her and she literally kept going like, you don't have to pay for anything when you're with me. She was like 30. I was 21.
What?
20.
I fucking love this. Good for you.
And she's like a restaurant manager. She's like, you don't have to pay for anything. And she just scared me and I just didn't see her again.
You went dating with a 30-year-old?
Yeah. And then when it was ending, she wanted me to come back. She like got a flat in town just for like rented it for the night.
I bet she had.
And she wanted me to come and stay over. And I was like, I just want to go home. I've got work to do. I just said, it was like, I was bladdered and it was like midnight.
Oh,
she went, you obviously haven't got work to do.
She had a husband and kids.
And she wanted me to go to the flat. And then she went, when I said no, she went, all right, just don't make a habit out of it. Don't make a habit out of saying no. Weird.
Consent is boring.
Consent should not be a habit you pick up.
She bought me a Subway though.
Did she? That's nice. That's nice. What was on your Subway, love?
Footlong. Gosh, she was rich.
Yeah.
My goodness.
She was. I can't remember what was on the Subway. It was 3 years ago. But
God, well done.
I still think about her now.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that.
I think we should leave here in 2024.
Cougars stay with you. You know, they just do. Yeah.
I called a cougar the other day.
Oh yeah?
This is a really strange I don't think I've ever spoken to you about this. And I don't actually know if he watches. I think he watches the podcast. I don't know. There's this person.
Oh my God, you shagged a fan.
No, I didn't. There's this person who I've been talking to for I'd say about 1.5 years now. Just this random fella who like followed me on Instagram ages ago and just kept making me laugh every time he'd like, and I was like, okay. And we just entered into a conversation. And we talk all the time. He always messages me. We talk all the time, and I'm quite horrible to him, to be honest. Like he's always like, "Can I ring
yourself like a social pen pal?"
I think so.
Okay,
it's a bit strange. It's weird, but he does make me laugh. To be fair, and he said the other day, I said something about getting old, and he was like, "How old actually?" And he was like 28, and he went, "Oh fucking hell, you cougar!" And I was like,
No, cougar's the best.
I didn't ask how old he was because I'm scared.
I
think he's about 20. I think he's like 25.
Okay, fine. That's fine.
I know, but he called me a cougar, and I was like, ugh.
No, it's wonderful. That's
and then he tried to get a rise out of me.
Yeah.
By oh my God, what did he say? He said something. He said something about you being fit, like trying to get a rise out of me.
Oh God, he sounds fantastic. What a guy. What a man.
You talking about coming on the podcast?
Oh yeah.
What?
And I was like, absolutely not. Like taking the piss.
Yeah.
And he put, sat with you and your MILF mate. And I was like...
Pardon?
I was like...
Was that me or Hatty?
Very good.
I was like, well, okay, well, she's have children, so just I'd like to fuck.
Just old. Just old.
And then I put, genuinely you can see this, I put, oh, she's unreal, isn't she? And he put, she's oh, sure, yeah, she's all right, like, no, she's all right, like, look.
Okay.
And I put, beautiful, funny, kind, she's boss. Knowing that you were trying to get a rise out of me, so I reversed him.
Loved it.
And he put, fucking hell, shagger then. I only said it because I thought you'd nibble. Didn't want you to bummer.
Because you don't get female community. Fuck these guys. Well, don't.
Yeah.
But I love him. Maybe we love him.
No, we don't.
No.
I think he's the one.
Yeah, shout out Rob. There you go.
I like that he's funny.
He's funny.
3 weeks.
Not that Rob.
Oh my. That's really great.
Like random. Yeah, I can't believe I told you about that. It's bizarre.
I love that you've got this little sexy pen pal, but you keep it to yourself.
Sometimes he tries to sext me, and I just will not have it.
You never sext.
Oh no, I have, just not with.
Okay, no, sure, not with a random person.
No. I have sex. Well, we talked about this before. How it's so fun to sex as well because you don't have to be involved.
You literally got one hand like stirring the spaghetti hoops.
Yeah. And they want to stir your spaghetti hoops.
Yeah. Spaghetti hoops.
I love my spaghetti. I love spaghetti hoops.
God, yes.
I love spaghetti hoops on toast.
That was like my final meal before I left Liverpool.
Before death?
That was my final meal before I died over Christmas. Right. Christmas was, I had a great Christmas.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we completely went on a sidetrack.
No. But I've come to a real place of enlightenment. I was listening to this podcast on the way back yesterday. Shout out M6 for my 7.5 hour journey back from London to Liverpool yesterday. Thank you so much.
Stop promoting other podcasts.
I know, I'm so sorry.
We're not at a point where we can promote other podcasts.
But I don't listen to comedy podcasts. I listen to like...
Oh, it's a different genre. That's fine.
I listen to like... You know, like weepy white girl podcasts, you know, and they're like, they choose yourself, you know, those podcasts where they're like, all you have to look after is the child within you, like all that shit. Like I'm that girl.
I don't want to choose myself. Sorry.
You have to choose yourself. They all say.
But I don't particularly like myself. She's not great.
Also says you have to. Like all of them say. So, but I was listening to this thing. And I love her. Mel Robbins is so great. I mean, we're not competing with Mel Robbins, let me tell you that. She is so brilliant. And she has the let them theory. And if no one knows what the let them theory is, listen to the podcast. It's so good. But
yeah, I know.
I said it to you
essentially,
a few times.
let them fuck off. Let them do what they want.
Let them behave badly. It's just not like. But she kind of goes really, really, really into it. And I'm saying this is a long way around of saying, my mother, God bless Bridget Preston, you know, Christmas, she's on crack. Like it's a lot. She's got her whole family back. It's her favourite thing in the world. I was back. My sister was back from Canada. My brother and his wife were back from China. We're all back. What I've realised, and she says this on the podcast, not Mel Robbins, not my mother. She says, my mother doesn't just guest pod. It would be untold chaos. Like she doesn't.
I'd enjoy that.
The controlling behaviour, once you start viewing it as a form of anxiety, actually you can understand it a lot better. And I realised my mother was so bizarre. I mean, she was wonderful and she's great for Christmas. But things like, I'd be like, we would be, you know, low on something like either tonic water or like bread or eggs, whatever. And I'd run out and I'd be like, right, I'll go get it. And she'd be like, you are going to go to the Sainsbury's on Askew Road though, aren't you? And I was like, Bridge, I'll go wherever. Like, I'll go where I decide to get the thing. But it wasn't enough me going out and doing the errands. I had to, at this place, go to this place. And like when we're wrapping presents, she's like, okay, well, you make sure you use this wrapping paper and not that. You know, you're like, she was so, the controlling of the minutiae was so like prominent this year. Like she really was.
What does minutiae mean?
Like the little things. Like the real controlling of the little things and like exactly which coaster was going to go. That like and I suddenly realised, I was like, this is a woman who now all her children have gone. We've all gone. And we're not just gone, we're fucking miles away. I mean, I'm the closest now. I'm in Liverpool, there in China and Vancouver. And so she can't, her anxiety about not being able to control and not being able to help and not being must be quite tough when we're all away. And so now we're all back and she's like, I just want to get everything. It's her version of anxiety. And I think once you see it like that, you're like, oh, okay, she just sort of wants everything to be perfect and has this moment in time where we're all back and she can sort of be all over us again, you know, where we're all in the house and it's all under her jurisdiction. And she sort of, but she was on crack on that from Christmas. There was a lot of it. Well, darling, you're going to start with that. You're going to open that wine first because we'll do that one and then we'll go on to the next one. You know, you're like, Mom.
Yeah, calm down.
It's okay.
Like breathe.
Yeah, it was a lot of that, but she was good for it.
I don't think my mother controls out of anxiety. I think my mother controls because, well, she's a demon.
Okay. Right, yeah.
And hey, no offense to anyone, you know, she's great.
No offense
she's
to demons.
No offense to demons. No, she's not. To be honest, you know what? Actually, my mother was great.
Yeah.
Actually, also, I can't actually. I might discuss this on Patreon.
Okay, fine.
But I think my mother's financials, I think I've said this to you, her financials have changed.
You think she's coming to some money?
She's coming to, and she hasn't told me. And I
respect
asked
that,
her.
though.
And I outright asked her, I was like, do we have money now? She was like, we? And I was like, fair point, actually. I don't have anything really. But because we went shopping the Saturday before Christmas. Oh, I have a really funny story about this, but again, I will have to tell this off pod. Sure. I ran into someone in Sainsbury's while my mum was making me try boots on. Perfect. And I really want you to imagine who the worst person in the world for me to run into would be.
I've got it.
No, I don't think you have. Not them, someone linked to them.
Anyway,
why are you trying on boots for your mum? Trying on boots with my mum in the middle of Sainsbury's. Yeah, I know. Anyway,
sorry, that wasn't meant to sound as snobby as it did.
No, but it was a bad time. It was a bad time. Anyway,
nothing wrong with George, Florence and Fred. What the fuck is it called?
No, I got some great clothes. It was more the setting of me trying on clothes in the middle of a very busy Sainsbury's of a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
Heeled black boots that I didn't want, with my mum going, "You'll like them when you put them on."
Yeah.
Like, it was just
my
hell.
My mum knows better as well.
Yeah. But we went shopping and we went to Grady Market by you.
By me, yeah.
Yeah. And some great stuff in the market. Tell you what, lovely Asda dressing gown I got from my nan, £45. It was meant to be 15 at the market. Delightful. Don't know where it came from. Don't care.
Don't ask.
I thrilled. Absolutely thrilled. And I love a market. I come into my own in a market. I just love it. They're my people.
What do you mean by a market? Like not
Grady
Christmas market. But what is Greater Market then? Like
Grady Market is like an
EastEnders.
Yes, essentially. Yeah. Loads of just knock-off gear and it's sick and I love it and it just makes me happy. There was a lovely couch there for like 200 quid. And I was like, see, what more do you need
They're just
in
selling
life?
sofas on the street?
Yeah. No, it's like in a market. It's not on the street. But you never know. But it's great. Anyway, but we went and then we went to loads of different places and she kept buying me things. And I was like,
she's dying.
Oh,
sorry to break it to you on pod.
So inconvenient for me. Oh, that'd be so inconvenient. What if she... Oh, don't, because now I'm...
Sorry, if I unleashed something.
No. There is absolutely no way my mother would be dying and not tell anyone.
Oh, really?
You're taking the piss? Absolutely not. No, there's no way she'd miss that opportunity.
Sure.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Silly.
No, maybe you're right.
But yeah, she just kept buying me things. It was absolutely delightful. But I did realise that I revert into... You know, like the whole self-fulfilling prophecy thing. I'm a self-fulfilling prophecy with my mother. I become the person she
finds annoying.
Yeah. Because I naturally, it's like I become a child again.
We all do.
I was literally walking around the shops being like, I'm hungry. I was like, I want to go home now. Like, we pulled into somewhere because she needed toothpaste now. I'm waiting in the car. And like proper was like not happy. And I was like, what is wrong with me?
No, we all
like,
do it. That's not just
why
you.
have I become like... And I just... also, shout out to Tesco Cafe. Lovely breakfast.
Was this in one of a strop? You went out to Tesco breakfast?
No, we both went for a Tesco breakfast. I don't know why we hit all the supermarkets.
That's weird. Huge day.
Huge day for the supermarkets.
Huge day for shopping.
But it was great. We had a really, really lovely day. And she was actually really good over Christmas. She cooked a lovely dinner. She was rather controlling, but you know, that's just what my mother's like. My nan was the starring.
Oh, was she?
She was phenomenal.
She brought the heat.
So my mum and my nan don't speak.
Oh yeah, you said this.
But she had it for Christmas dinner, and my uncle came with my auntie and her two daughters, who were very intelligent. I spoke before they went to private schools. They're very, very intelligent. And we played. Have you ever played Boy Girl?
No.
Yeah, I also just want to stop real quick and just say, you know, not. Private school doesn't guarantee intelligence. I'm delighted that they are intelligent, but don't align those two things.
Academically intelligent.
Yeah, that's fine because they really are some of the stupidest people I've ever met. I went to private school with. Just want you to know
them
that.
two are
fine. They're on it. Yeah,
they're on it. But they have you not played Boy Girl?
I think so.
So Boy Girl, have you played it?
No.
So basically, what it is you basically like. Oh, I don't know how to explain it, but basically my mum actually, again, really well planned, had printed out like a table and it's got boy's name, girl's name, country colour, fruit, veg, film and something else. And then so I'd go like A and do the alphabet in my head and you tell me to stop. And whatever letter I stop on, you have to do like a boy's name beginning with that letter.
Okay.
I think I've played this before, yeah.
Yeah, and then so like if you do it in a big group, whoever gets it done the fastest says stop, and you have to stop.
Do you write it down?
Yeah. And then if you get it and no one else does, you get a 10. And if you get it and someone else does, you get a 5. And if you obviously don't get it, you don't get anything. Which is it's a really fun game. We ended up playing nothing but that all day, which was actually really fun. Did make me question, again, my education, because I think a lot of sissies are countries and they're not, which is quite upsetting. My little cousin Beau, like for vegetable, she said something like, it was like, it sounded like Dolomio. And she said this, and we were like, what the fuck's that? And she was like, Google it, and it was a fruit and veg. She just kept, like, for colour, she'd come up with like, I don't know, fucking camera phone grey.
Yeah.
Like all these fucking mad colours that like did exist, and it was mental. And there's me going, blue. Like just like blue, just a little thing. But I did actually do for blue. When A came around, I said Atlantic blue.
I thought you were going to say aqua or something like that.
Aqua. Yeah. Oh no, I haven't gone.
You just go through. You know what you do? You go through the Josephines Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat song.
It was red and yellow and pink and
brown and scarlet and red and something and peach and ruby and olive and violet and fawn and lilac and gold and chocolate and mauve and cream and crimson and silver and rose and azure and lemon and russet and grey and purple and pink and white and orange and blue. Just go through them. You're welcome.
That was magnificent.
Right, yeah.
That was magnificent.
What a little nerd. There are some things. McCann's got a great joke about that. Have you heard McCann's joke about like the useless pieces of information you may take, like McCann's joke about the cheat code on...
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I forget which video game it is. GTA. And that's it, on GTA. And he says it, he goes, what it goes, up, down, right, up, down. And like you watch half the room go, oh, it's so funny.
I know so much
It's so weird,
shit.
that stuff that's just in.
I know so much useless shit.
Yeah.
Like the Queen found out that her dad died while in a treehouse in Kenya.
Well, I'd remember that too.
I won a pub quiz with that. It's true.
Ever since you've told me that Kirsty McCall story, do you have any idea how many things have come up being like...
It's a constant thing. Everyone talks. I can't believe you didn't know either.
I didn't know.
Who didn't know?
Has he?
No, there was someone else.
No, it was the guest.
Who was the guest?
It was the guest. It was...
Cameron?
Yeah, it might have been Cameron, you know.
Cameron?
Yeah. So did you know?
Yes.
All right, no.
No, it was us, me and the guest who were like...
I'm not attacking you.
Never said you were.
All right, okay. Speaking of Christmas
Change
trivia...
the topic straight away.
I know, she's serious.
I'm not. Do you know what? In 2025, Ben...
Oh, yeah, resolution time.
I'm going to be more loving towards you, and I'm going to stop... No.
Another cougar on your door, man.
So this is why I'm not.
No, go on.
I think...
What's your resolution?
My resolution is I'm going to be more... I'm not going to jump down your throat as much on pod, and I'm going to treat you on pod the way I treat you
out in the wild,
which is with love.
Yeah.
Not horrifically. Fuck off, Ben.
Yeah, don't kick him on the pod.
But I think your resolution should be to be nicer to me as well.
Oh, so I see. So the resolution now is a double hander.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your resolution you should be nicer to me.
I had a resolution for you, actually. I'm glad we're doing this. I have one for you. And again, it was on the podcast yesterday that I loved. And it was so simple. And she just said it. She said, you teach people how to treat you. And I was thinking about this with you, because my sister and I have been talking about this, because you and her actually got quite a lot in common. And the thing about like people pleasing and wanting to make sure you're accommodating to everyone else in the room, probably over and above yourself, and putting your and do you know what I mean? Being more aware of what other people need versus your own like cut-offs. And I just thought it was so simple to be like, you teach people how to treat you. So I know that I am sometimes seen as confrontational, and I think I am, but I don't think I ever see it as confrontational. I see it as correcting people on how they're treating me. So it's like if someone does something or says something or treats you in a way, it doesn't have to be a huge like, you just get to go like, oh, I'm so sorry, that's actually not how I'm really spoken to. So if you just in future, do you know what I mean? And I think that can be your thing, is it doesn't, Maisie gets so worried about confrontation. I think she sort of sees it's this big thing that's going to explode. And I was like, it's really not. It's a bit like nannying. Like I remember using the phrase nannying, being like, I'm so sorry, I actually don't get spoken to like that. So just come down when you're ready to have your manners. And I think it's like that with people. I think sometimes people make a mistake. They've forgotten, they didn't treat you properly, but you get to teach them. You get to teach them how to treat you.
I'm going to teach you how to treat me, Ben.
Go on.
Class in session. But no, I just think that's how you could see it in the future. It doesn't have to be this big confrontational, like you just get to, if someone treats you or speaks to you or behaves in a way that isn't okay for you, you do get to turn around and go, oh, that's just like a hard no for me.
Yeah.
Mabes. How do you feel about it? I just thought it was quite a fun one.
Mabes. That sounds fun. Yeah, it sounds great fun. Can't wait. Great. Do you have any resolutions?
Yeah, I told you mine with Jojo about how I'm going to go almost exclusively with my gut instinct.
I don't actually really have any. I'm just going to try and just get through it, to be honest.
That's a great one.
I think my resolution is just to be here at the end of next year. That's it.
That's a great one.
Just to literally survive.
Great. You've got a great year coming up. I don't know what you're ragging on about. You've got a fantastic year approaching.
I've got a great couple of months at the start of the year.
It takes you to April though.
Yeah, I suppose. I go on tour with Rita Sue and Bob 2 at the end of Jan.
Doing a crease.
I'm going to go on my first tour, leading a tour, which is quite cool. Which means I'll have boxed off West End tour in a year, which is really cool. And God knows what's going to happen after that, because I got nothing in the pipeline.
That's so great.
But hopefully I'll come away with maybe some leads on stuff. Hopefully, is the all right. Yeah. Is the plan. But yeah, that is exciting.
You're gonna have a great year.
I really do you know what? Yes, I really hope so.
I think you really will.
And obviously this is growing, which is really exciting.
Ben got a Hoover for Christmas.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the Santa letter? I know that I put it on the Instagram. The letter you wrote to Santa.
Have you not already done it?
Yeah, I think we did it on the last one.
Did we?
How sweet it was, yeah, because I think you'd put it on.
I put it on Instagram, but I didn't know we talked about it. Had we talked about it?
I think so.
When was our last record?
Jojo on the 18th.
17th.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
Go on, let's just do it again.
Yeah, go on.
Then wrote a letter to Santa and it was really nice.
Very sweet.
It was really sweet.
And he got his Hoover.
And you got your Hoover. You got your Hoover. You got your sweets.
I'm still waiting on one thing.
Yeah.
Still waiting on one thing.
There's time for that.
There's time for that.
It's like Mara Wilson at the end of Miracle on 34th Street. Something she's got to wait a little bit longer for.
A baby brother.
That's so great. And if that isn't some hella kickstart to the year, Ben, I don't know what is.
I think this is a pivotal year for me.
So
It is. I think this is well for you.
Yeah.
Guys, for all of us,
I think
pivotal year.
Yeah, I think this decides a lot this year. Whether I'm still in Liverpool, whether I'm. As I talked to my mum about this, because I think when I moved to Liverpool, I moved to do stand up and all that sort of stuff, and then I stayed in Liverpool because I always do stand up and all that sort of stuff, and not necessarily where I'm working now, but what I'm doing now is stopping me from doing that.
Yeah.
So I probably could have been doing it more if I was at home than if I was here. I could be doing the podcast if I was at home. If you travelled up, you look at what you do when you're in London. So I think this year will decide a lot.
Great.
Where I'm working, what I'm doing, all that sort of stuff.
I think that's great. That's what I had a couple of years ago. I went into the year being like, let's see. Like I gave it one final shot in London, and then I was like, yeah, no, good, peace out. And just take it. You don't have to make any hard and fasts. You just get to be like, I want to make a decision this year. That's very great.
I don't think I'm moving back to Morecambe. I don't think I'll ever fully leave here, or at least for a long time. But I could always nip home for a bit and then come back.
Yeah, but also you're of that age. Like, go wherever you like. Try a new place.
I just want to tell jokes.
Oh, just want to make people happy, don't you?
Just want to tell jokes.
Make people happy.
Yeah. I needed my mum cry on Christmas.
Why?
My present.
What did you get her?
I got some Doc Martens.
Oh,
That's really nice.
She really cried. But I was like, get in.
Cry, bitch, cry.
I get dead competitive with Christmas presents.
Yeah.
Really, especially when I'm with my brother.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I need to win.
Did you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What did your brother get her?
An espresso machine, and they don't drink espresso.
But does he?
Nope.
Oh, interesting.
That's
a real like go-to son present. It's something that they won't want, but that the son will actually use when he's around.
Yeah, they don't drink espresso. I think he thought it was like an old coffee machine, does like lattes and that, but it just does espressos.
Right.
So
well, someone's got to win.
My dad once got my mum a Westlife CD because he likes Westlife.
Oh, I used to buy my mum the Friends videos every single birthday. I loved them. Absolutely love them. Still got on.
I got called competitive on Christmas, but not over presents. I don't think I'm that competitive. Okay, well the silence was cruel.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever played a game with you.
Well, no, you didn't invite me.
This New Year's resolution's better start.
No, because right, this is my point. So as I mentioned, we were playing boy girl. Okay, now my nan is 85 years of age. Okay, wait, no, that's not right. 84. It's in 85 next year. Now, has old age got to her a little bit? Yes, it has.
Sure.
Can she write as fast as she used to? No, she can't. However, we were playing boy girl. And we'd shout stop, and first of all, the best part of it was the first letter we had to do was J. So we all went around saying the boys' names, like James, Jonathan, Jeremiah, My nan, with all the confidence in the world, went, Alan. And we went, what? She went, you said A. And I went, no, we said J. She went, well, I get 10 points because no one else got Alan. And I was like, no, you didn't, because you got it wrong. So you got it wrong though, didn't you? Like, shut the fuck up. Anyway. And then everyone was going, no. When we say stop, give her more time. And I was like, absolutely fucking not does she get more time, right? Because, okay, I was playing poker at the age of 3, okay? She taught me how to play poker. She taught me how to play blackjack, patience, all of these card games. Was I ever allowed to win once?
No,
I wasn't.
My grandpa was like that. We couldn't win. He's like, when you win, you're going to know it's proper.
She's never let me win. I was taught how to play at the age of 3, and I was never once allowed to win. So now that the tables have turned, there is no way she's now getting let win.
I couldn't agree more.
No,
it's patronising.
Fuck off.
Yeah,
she doesn't know. If I was tortured as a child, she's tortured now as an old OAP.
Absolutely.
She doesn't get special treatment because I never got it. I never got special treatment, so why should she? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. This does tap into a very similar thing that was happening around the Preston family table. We were playing a game, and what we realised is the line between really incredible bluff work and actually just not having a fucking clue what's going on in the game is a thin line. It's a really thin line, actually, we discovered, is some people were just playing a different game. Completely different game. You're sat there being like, wow, they're bluffing. So, no, didn't have a Scooby is what was going on. Like, they were all about 2 bottles of wine each down, and it was absolute mayhem. And I was like, this is now tricky because there are a couple of people around this table, shout out Bridget Preston, just playing a completely different game from the rest of us, and that becomes a tricky one.
Yeah. Well, my nan went, one of the last cast she was filmed, and she never got a film for any of them, right? And she went, well, I haven't seen any new films. And everyone went, oh. And I went, actually, fuck off. She doesn't do anything. She doesn't leave the house. She got a telly there. Yeah. She got a telly with Virgin Media on. Yeah. So obviously she can watch films. If any of us, she should know the most films, actually. She's been alive the longest. That's not an excuse.
Too right, Kay. You tell him.
And I got called difficult, which I don't think is fair, because I think I was completely within my rights to react like that, to be perfectly honest with you. Yeah, she never ever let me win. I mean, I'm a fantastic card player now, to be fair.
That is great.
I'm a fantastic card player.
Maybe to make some more money this year.
What, gambling?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I've never gambled, and I don't think I should. I have the characteristics of someone that would end up in a,
Jamie
quite
Hutchinson
a bad. I'd end up Jamie Hutchinson in it, and I don't think I'm as good of a comedian as him, so I don't think I could win my way back out of it, to be perfectly honest with you.
There's one way to find out.
I don't think I should gamble. I don't think I should gamble.
Okay.
Although I've never even put bets on footy, which is true. I used to put on £5 at the start of every season for Everton to win the league.
That's nice.
Which is like a little tradition for me. But then I think I stopped. I think I stopped in COVID. I think I just stopped, and then I haven't done since. I might actually start doing that again.
Yeah, it's great.
It's only a £5.
Yeah.
But just think, a £5, and then the off chance we do a fucking Leicester or something, I could probably retire with the odds. But it was a little tradition that I had. Hey, we're not playing too badly.
No, it's like on Boxing Day.
Yeah.
It was a good day.
Do you know what? Another thing, watch the football with my mum for the first time. Because whenever I watch football with my mum, normally it's when I go to the game. But I watched it at home on telly with her.
Sorry. I was listening. It's just it got really cold. And
okay, that's all right. On. No, that's okay.
Carry on.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm cold.
You're cold.
But it's fine. Carry on.
Anyway, someone grew up in a house where they could afford heating.
Is that why you turned it off?
Did you turn it off?
No.
It just turned itself off. Oh, it's because the plugs come out. I'm fine. I'll be fine, guys.
This is great podcasting.
We can cut this bit out.
This is great podcasting.
Okay, so go from when you said I watched the football.
I watched the football with my mum, and my mother's the reason people hate Evertonians. In fact, no, I won't say that. My mother's the reason that people hate football fans.
Oh, right.
My mother...
Quite racist.
No, just rape. Just the normal... No, that was too far.
I thought you'd said it. I was like...
What?
I don't know what happened
That
there.
famous stereotype.
Classic Evertonian.
It is a stereotype for football fans.
Yeah, it is. Male football fans.
Yeah.
Batter.
Cut this bit out as well.
Yeah, okay. I don't think I'm good at podcasting today.
No, I've broken that. Right, just go from pick it up with my mother's the reason.
Sorry, I got attacked. What are you laughing at?
My mother's the reason.
My mother's the reason that people hate Everton fans and in general like football fans.
Okay.
Because she genuinely believes that Everton can do and have never done anything wrong. And that everything's against us.
And the referee's biased.
And to be fair, Everton have had a lot of shit thrown against them.
Last season would back that up, yeah.
And there are some stupid fucking decisions that you go, come on, like that's very clearly not like whatever. But like there was a penalty on Christmas Day, Millicano give away a penalty, which was very clearly a penalty. It was a stupid challenge, and it was a penalty, hands down. My mother, well, of course. And I was like, Mother,
didn't even touch the ball.
Mother, of course it was a penalty. It was an absolute penalty. And also, can we just have a second to talk about?
Oh God, here we go.
The way that man.
Oh, here we go.
The way that man saved that penalty. Oh my God.
He stuck his tongue out to try and like put him off.
Yeah, and it was so fit. He's got a lovely tongue.
Look at you both giggling like geishas.
He sets me on fire.
Yeah.
Like he sets me on fire. Like when he saved that penalty and then just walked down and just went, I was like,
God, what a man.
oh my God.
He's mental.
He's fucking mental.
He's. I don't think you could be with him for more than a few days without him doing your head in. I think he's mad.
Yeah, but I know how to shut him up.
Not in the street, you don't.
Hey, I've done worse. Oh my God, that man. What a man. What a mighty good man.
Does he live in Liverpool?
I want to say Cheshire.
Does he?
Where's he from?
I think he's Sunderland.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's northeast. And I just, oh my God, he would rag me everywhere.
Okay, but this actually perfectly takes me on to my bit much.
Jordan Pickford.
A little bit. It's of that ilk. So...
Sexy men. No. Goalkeepers.
Never a bit much. We have got to stop calling it the BBC Sports Personality of the Year.
I didn't know at all where you were going.
Did you watch it this year? Mother of fuck!
Why the fuck would I watch that?
I love it. The BBC Sports Personality of the Year. Right.
Yeah.
None of us who win comedy awards are ever called the fastest comedian of the year. Right?
I know a couple who'd win it though.
These people get up and they're like, yeah, just like always love being on a bike. It's just real passion of mine, being on a bike. Just want to fight with trainers. Yeah, just always love biking and being around. And you're like, oh my God. It's fine to be boring. I'm totally fine with sports people being boring. I get it. They're spending, some of them, a lot of the time by themselves. You know, cycling or swimming or swinging golf club, whatever. They're spending a lot of time by themselves. If we're going to insist on calling it BBC Sports Personality of the Year, they have to do a podcast circuit before they win the award. They have to prove that they can hold a conversation that isn't just like, yeah, like it's so great to be here.
Who's that?
I don't know, all of them combined. Like, just really great. Massive year for English sport. Really great. You're like, what business do we have putting personality in the title of that award?
Yeah, I think once Andy Murray won it, you kind of go, oh, I love
Andy Murray.
I like Andy Murray as well.
Luke Littler was the close. Like, Luke Littler was on, and you're like, fair fucks.
Zara Phillips won that, and she's a member of the royal family. I feel like that was biased.
I don't think she won it.
I think she did. Will you Google whether Zara Phillips won Sports Personality of the Year, please?
I think she might have been up for it or come like runner-up or something. I don't know if she won it.
I am certain she won it.
Have at it.
And I don't know why, because I don't watch it and I have no idea where the certainties come from. This could be completely
I think she's a good lad, though. I do think Zara Phillips is a good lad. Like, whenever you see her on stuff, I think she's quite, like, dare I say, a little bit normal. Like, if you're from that family, like...
Yeah, that...
2006.
She did win, though, didn't she?
Play. Well done. Sorry.
See, that's going back to stupid things, you know. Why do I know that?
I know.
I don't watch Sports Personality of the Year. Why would I know that?
Why did you do it? Yeah, hasn't he?
I've got no idea.
But I think he won it after the Wilder fight, when Tyson Fury, with all the mental health stuff.
Oh, did he?
I think so.
But then again, like, why don't you put a reel of Pickford on there? Everyone would be like, savage. Yes, that is. I would love absolutely a personality right there.
But you know what's so funny about Jordan Pickford though is that if he did win and he'd go up and do a speech, it would literally be like, thanks.
Yeah,
because when he does press or anything like that, he's just so like
lobotomized.
Not bothered. Yeah. This is. But
this is a problem. Is they're not. And no, should they? It's like sometimes when you catch them at the end of the 100-meter sprint and they're being asked to be great orators to an interview, you're like, oh, leave them alone. They don't know how to hold a conversation at the best of times. Now they're tired.
They are tired. They've had a lot on.
We have to stop calling it Sports Personality of the Year.
You've actually really helped me jump onto another point that I would like to discuss.
Great. Well, that's how conversations work, isn't it?
It is how conversations work. All right, snidle off. I'm sorry, I'm getting it all out now. I'm getting it all out now.
Stop jumping down your throat.
I'm getting it all out now. I'm getting it all out now. I do love you and I think you're really special and I'm really glad that you're in my life.
And I think you're really funny.
Right, again, no one saw, but you don't see what I've just seen, which is I said he's really lovely and I'm so grateful that I'm in life and his face didn't move and Hattie went, you're really funny and he went,
no he didn't, he did it Saki. He did it Saki because he'd said it to you on the last episode.
Oh.
He did it Saki.
If you actually paid attention on the podcast, you know. It is a team effort, Kay.
I think I'm just really...
It is a team effort.
I think I'm really like paranoid and vulnerable at the minute.
Yeah.
I don't know where.
She's having a paranoid. Don't be like that. No.
No, because now I'm convinced that you sit and talk about me.
Okay. I think you're great. And I actually do. I think you're great. And that was genuine.
Tell me you love me.
No.
Tell me you love me. Dude, tell me you love me.
Love you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
And I also love you. You do way more.
No, I know you love me.
Yeah, it's good.
No, I know you love me.
Why do you think I don't love you?
I don't know. Sometimes I get scared.
This is what I mean about you just got to.
Sometimes I don't know. No, I do. I know you love me. I know you love me. Do you know what? I think I know that you love me, but sometimes I think you don't like me.
That's okay.
That sounds like a Taylor Swift lyric.
It does, doesn't it? No, I know.
That's also fair play in any relationship, you know?
No, I absolutely love our friendship and I love our relationship and I think it's really funny and I think it's lovely and yeah, I think it's great.
I don't like all my friends all the time. I love them.
Oh no, I don't like Alan 90% of the time.
That's fine.
And I love him 100% of the time, but he makes me viciously angry.
Exactly. See, that's real love. Now tell me, I said,
oh my God, sorry,
I made a snarky remark about this how conversations work and you said.
No, so talk about the royal family.
Oh yeah.
My nan. I went on Christmas Eve. I don't know if you can hear that, but some seagulls went mental then.
But like, I don't know, like within us?
Are they here?
Like, are they here? Yeah.
Are we all hearing seagulls?
We're fine.
What's happened to us now?
It's fine.
No, so my nan, I went to her house on Christmas Eve and she was watching like a carol thing on the telly, like a Christmassy thing, and all the royal family were there. And I always forget that she does this and it makes me so mind-numbingly angry. She refers to the royal family. She goes like, oh, well, you know, Harry, what's he like? She refers to them as and talks about them like she knows them. And it drives me insane. And I know that I do that with, you know, other people.
Yeah, but people you know.
But people are like, no. I like, fucking hell. I talk about Jordan Pickford like I know him. Like I talk, but like there's...
You DM him like you know him.
I DM his wife like I know her. But it just really drives me to like she was like she's going oh look, the children are well behaved. Kate's had a word with them, made sure they behaved, and she had a little word with them. Oh look. Just threw my ring.
That's the most royal family thing I've ever seen, just throwing jewellery at me. Throwing gold.
I'm not good at podcasting today.
You
are.
are. Okay.
I keep
You're having a paranoid day and I need you to just sit in your power and choose yourself and know that you are enough.
I think, thank you. But yeah, basically my nan just keeps referring to the royals as if she knows them, and it makes me really angry because I'm like, they would burn you to keep their hands warm. Like, calm, like you don't. And
they have central heating.
And it always makes me think, like, baffles me how my nan and my granddad ever thought getting married was, I mean, I do know why, because she was pregnant, but like how they ever thought being together was a good idea, because they were such polar opposites. And my nan just absolutely, like, she even mentioned, she was like, should we listen to the speech? And I was like, you can piss right off. No, we're not doing that at all. No, I never watch it. I never ever watch it. How was he?
Good set?
Did you watch it?
Yeah, mum and dad always watch it. I think that's a generational thing, you know.
Yeah, I do.
I think that's a generation.
We've never watched it.
I think that is dying out a little bit.
But my nan never watched it if we had Christmas at hers.
But also, he doesn't have the feeling. Even if people don't like the royal family, a lot of people loved the Queen just because of what she was and, you know, how long she'd been around. And I think he doesn't have that. So I think there's going to be a little bit of drop off with the new fella.
He did it in the church instead of at the
at his house.
Yeah. Because that had something to do with the riots, I think.
The riots?
There was something to do with the community coming back together and all that sort of stuff. And he did it in a place where I can't really remember what the reason was, but he deliberately did it elsewhere to show a community thing.
Yeah.
But it was a speech. It was the same as all of them. They're all the same, aren't they?
Yeah.
I like that Camilla really did it for the girls. She really did it for the side hose, didn't she, Camilla? She did it for the side hose.
Yeah.
She got there.
Yeah, that's a fucking side piece queen, that.
See what I mean?
Yeah. You just got to hang out.
Contrary to what everyone says, girls, wait for him.
Wait for him. He will leave his wife.
He will leave his wife.
Kill her.
Wait for him.
Yeah,
he will. Or just get her bumped off. Actually, do you know what? I can't even joke about it.
No, I know.
Justice for Diana. Do you know what I mean? Can't believe I brought her up, to be honest.
She did it for the side hose. I will give it... What you have got to say is... She was there first.
Camilla.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Finest keepers and all that.
And she did.
Finest keepers. I just love Princess Diana.
I think that was the gig. Yeah,
I love Princess Diana.
Well, I don't actually when she died.
Yes. No, I don't love Princess. What I love about Princess Diana is that I just think, how much of a nuisance do you have to make of yourself to the only option is for you to get killed?
You've got to be a fucking hot girl.
Do you know how much I'd love for someone to put a bounty on my head because I was causing that much of a ruckus?
Because you're so hot and everyone likes you so much that they're like,
the only option's death.
I have some of my...
How iconic is that? You don't get more iconic than literally having to be killed because you're too boss ass bitch. Like that
in my dreams, that's how all my ex...
on it?
100% on what?
That she got killed?
Yeah, of course I've read the book. I've read The Murder of Princess Diana. Of course she got killed. Do you not think she got killed?
I know people who don't. I think she did, but...
How can you... I don't understand how anyone can...
Because I think people try and maintain the opinion they've had of the royal family their whole lives, and it's a lot to...
Yeah, you'll find what you're looking for.
But the thing is though, when, you know, the whole thing of the royal family killed Diana... It wasn't, the Queen didn't sit there and go, kill her. Like it wasn't like that. Like it wasn't, they didn't make the decision. It was the I don't know, what are they? The board? It was the system itself. Like it wasn't.
It had to come from someone.
No, it did come from someone, but it came from the advisory. I don't think it necessarily came from the Queen herself. I don't think she made the decree. I think it came from the advisories or the people that work there. I very, very much doubt that the Queen.
Do you think she knew?
There's no way.
I think she knew.
There's no.
I think she knew after the fact. I just can't. And this isn't me because I like the Queen. I genuinely have no feelings, but I just can't. All of these, it's the same with politicians and things like the royal family. The people who are at the front aren't making the decisions. Them people themselves aren't making decisions. It's the system and the board behind it and the people. They are, especially the royal family, are essentially puppets of a little, this is who we are. But it's the people that work for them that are making the calls. I can't.
It's the most, what's the word in this? Like, if you consider they are the absolute pinnacle of Britishness or Englishness, not Britishness, Englishness. It's the most fucking un-English thing in the world to do.
To kill someone. I don't think that's true.
No, in that way.
We've killed loads of foreigners.
In that sort of like, I just think we cannot underestimate the absolute furore around her, the paparazzi, like.
They loved her.
But like swarm, the sort of inability to move without all of them being all around her. Now imagine you're in a limo. Now imagine they're all around you. Now imagine they're on motorbikes, weaving in and out. I don't know.
Do you think that she could have, it was an accident?
Yeah. I think it was a really fucking tragic accident. It doesn't, she had babies. Like, there's no fucking world.
You should read the book Murder Princess Diana.
Who wrote it?
I can't remember the name.
Someone official? Was it someone like of official royal like involvement, or someone who was
what is
just a bloke
role?
with a thing, theory?
No, it was someone that
It's more
worked
likely
on
to be
the
on the
case.
Saudi end, on his end.
Yeah, I think I believe she was murdered, and there's no, I don't think anything will change my mind. I think
a journalist
she was.
wrote it. He was a tabloid journalist.
Is it the right one?
Tabloid journalist.
Yeah.
The right, because there's a couple of versions of it.
Noel Botham, Murder Princess Diana.
What's his credentials then?
There's a couple of versions of it though.
I'm not allowed to say that.
He wrote books on the love life of Princess Margaret and the death of Diana, Princess of Wales. I think it's quite hard to. He never worked close with the royal family. He was just a journalist.
That's not the one I read then.
I don't know. I think you will always find what you're looking for. It's like the rules of manifesting.
But
isn't it?
I can't imagine. It was too tidy for it to be accident. It was just.
Car crash is tacky though. Do you know what I mean? If you're going to bump them off.
It's also not a definite death.
Yeah, exactly. It's two in the balance. Because she went into hospital breathing.
Yeah, and what? I'm in hospital.
Well, oh my God, no.
No, I'm not. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't believe Bush did 9/11. I'm not a conspiracy theorist.
I just think
actually,
that feels like an EastEnders storyline.
Yeah, and also the thing is, when the system, as we know, once you're gone, you're gone.
Yeah, you don't get to hospital.
You don't get to hospital. Like when the system, once you're gone, you're gone.
But they couldn't have. They couldn't have done, like, they couldn't have shot her or anything like that, because she'd become. If it was a public death like that, she'd have just gained more power. She gained more power when she dies anyway. Yeah. And a death like that would have gained. They had to do something that looked like an accident, because they couldn't have given her more power in death.
Yeah, you do. It's.
I think
that's all right. That's okay. And for those of you who didn't tune in for the trial of Princess Diana and her death, then here we go.
I'm gonna. Sorry, I need to. Imagine I'm going.
You're leaving. This is it. Wicked was first straw. Diana's final.
Don't come at me over Diana. But you just think, like, what an icon. And also, what a legacy that she died, like, fucking, 20 something years ago, over 2 decades ago.
How old am I? 26, yeah.
26 years ago.
Yeah, so I'm not 26. 26 years ago, yeah.
She died 26 years ago, and every year there's a new calendar.
Oh, yeah.
That's a legacy, man.
That is an archive of photos as well.
Oh my God. She's a legacy. There are still active Facebook groups about her, either hating her or loving her.
Yeah, and we simply have to stop writing musicals about her as well. That last one, I think, was not it.
But it was hilarious. One of my best pieces of news I think I've ever seen was the announcement that Denise Welch was playing the Queen.
No, don't. No,
and I absolutely lost my shit. I was like, and do you know who'd have loved that? Diana.
Absolutely. That's absolute lols. That is absolute lols.
She'd have really fancied Matty Healy as well. I just think.
Oh yeah, that'd have been beautiful.
My favorite thing about Diana is just how people manage to make everything about her. Like they will see a blonde, I don't know, like a blonde woman in the street and go, oh, it's Diana.
I know.
Like, I just love the obsession of her. There was a chippy in town, it's closed down now, but there used to be a chippy in town that had just a shrine over in the corner.
Good.
Yeah. I just loved it. I just think it's
where she'd want to be.
There's cafes everywhere that are just dedicated to her, and I just think that's amazing.
I know.
I'd love to have a cafe dedicated to me that also did a really good full English.
Maybe I could do that.
Thank you.
I can do that. I will. I'm going to work on that.
If I die,
do you want us to have a calf?
Will you? Yeah, I want a calf.
Kay's calf.
I want Kay's calf. Sounds sick. That.
Yeah, it does.
And I want a calendar.
Yeah, we can do that. Do you want your face on baubles at Christmas time?
Yes.
Yeah, I can do that. Absolutely can do that.
Yeah.
Can we do like, you know how those in the barbers when they have like photos of One Direction in the window and they obviously haven't necessarily cut One Direction's hair.
Yeah.
But we're going to do that for you in the calf.
Thank
just like
you
various
very much.
different like sort of shabby faded photos that we've made.
I'd like that.
Just all over. Like
If
we've
you
just
wouldn't mind.
also just cut your hair.
Yes.
Like maybe you eating different foods or something.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I can do it. I can do it.
Thank you very much.
Don't think I
like
can't.
that we've got a plan.
Speaking of royal family, you wanted to talk to us about Gavin and Stacey. Do not watch this next bit if you haven't seen it. It is
Spoiler alert.
It's spoilers in it, but we don't care.
Turn it off if you haven't watched the finale.
Ben, did you watch it?
Yeah. I loved it. It was great.
Okay.
But I think the whole thing of them chasing them down at the end is overdone. Friends did it. It's in Love Actually. They're chasing down the girl at the end. It's overdone. Like, I don't know.
I do hear that, but I think that was. I reckon that was part of it. Was the like nod to the great love stories, like nod to great moments of love of our generation. You know, it is exactly that. It's such a trope. Like,
I don't know. It was great though.
Yeah,
I think she's right. I think it's supposed to be.
It's supposed,
and also it mirrors the end of season 2, where they run into the hospital.
Yeah.
To the baby. And because he says, come on, Gav, let's go. And him and Gavin are running down, which mirrors them running to get to the hospital. And also, again, I'm a psychopath, so I feel like only I would, or like very niche fans would get this. The bit where they're looking at the sign that says cruise ships that way and cargo that way is when they're in the hospital. There's the Welsh signs. They're all in bloody Welsh and they're doing that. It's the same camera angle. Yeah. There are so many nod backs to throughout the series, and I think that's what that was. It was a callback to that. But the whole thing, I've never been more like we were sat round having like our Christmas playing boy girl, and it was getting to like 10 to 9, and I was like, they need to leave now. They need to leave now because it's going to happen, and I need to watch it. Everyone was going, well, just record it and watch it tomorrow. And I was like, you can fuck right off. I was like, I'm not waiting until tomorrow. I've waited 5 long years for this. I was like, I'm going to sit, I'm going to watch it live with everyone, and then I'm going to go on my phone, I'm going to go on Twitter and play real time. I was like, absolutely no, not a fucking chance. So anyway, thankfully they left. So I sat down, I played the telly, and I was sat there, and I literally said to my mum and sister, I was like, this is the last time that we're ever going to get a new episode of Gavin and Stacey. Okay, are you all ready? Do you all know what this means? Neither of them obviously looked at me or like acknowledged me anyway. And I was so scared
that they were going to get it wrong.
I mean, I trust James Corden and Ruth Jones.
It's good.
You know, more than most people.
That's good.
But there was a little part of me, I was like, oh my God, what if something happens or whatever? Yeah. And it wasn't. It was absolutely perfection.
It was
from start to finish. Also, Ruth Jones.
What a performance.
She's so good as Nessa.
Yeah. As
a comedy actress, she's had some of the most iconic moments.
Some fucking moments in that.
But her acting in that, the bit where Neil gets in the car.
Yeah.
And she says, I love you too, genuine. Yeah. And that crack in her voice. Yeah. She was just phenomenal throughout that entire thing.
I thought it was also a bit when he was like, "Are you sure you can't come?" She's like, "You know why?"
Yeah.
And just walked into the house and you're like, God, she's good. There was a bit where when I say I cry laughed, like we had to stop it because I was literally like,
what bit?
The Cossack bit.
Yeah.
Something happened to me. It cracked something in me, and I literally like nostrils flaring, eyes streaming, like it was perfect. And from her terms like comedy technique and writing, like it was unbelievable. I howled. It was just so good. The whole thing was, I agree. And I thought obviously the bit everyone, Mick getting up.
Oh, Mick. Oh,
Mick.
Mick getting up.
Oh, Larry. Jesus Christ.
Also, Woodshag.
Every day.
Larry Lamb as Mick Shipman.
Jesus. What they have what they've done is it was such a beautiful way to finish it. And everyone turned up for that. Like Rob Brydon, like never not perfect.
And he was on form. When he in the stag do when he had the full kit on. Oh my God.
Just desperate to
Absolutely
put
brilliant.
a plunger up his arse, like desperate to do it. But all of them were just fucking on point, that whole episode.
And like the cameos coming back, the lads coming back, Sheridan Smith. I cheered when Sheridan Smith walked in. I cheered.
Yeah.
I was like,
good girl.
I was like, yes,
Yeah.
Pam Ferris coming back. Like all of these people. The only person that was missing was Matthew Baton, who played Dino.
A few people said that.
But I think someone said something about it was like film and commitment time, which he's like doing very well for himself. So I think he's in a play somewhere. Anyway,
He is in town.
but it was just, it means so much to so many people, including me. Like I can literally quote it back to front. Like I love it. It's probably, I just love it. I think it's a masterclass in comedy writing. I think it's just.
Okay, here's one though. What would you do in that moment, on that day? She's walked down the aisle, they're getting married. What would you do? It's your best mate.
I think about this. I thought about this, and I was talking.
It gets to the day.
I
think it would. I don't think it'd get to the day.
With who's your best mate?
Yeah. If he was my best mate, I think I would have.
We've had it. We had it with one of our boys, like my home lot. And the boys were about to step in. The boys were about to take him out for a drink and be like, "You've got to get rid. This is bad. She's not good. You're not happy." And just before they were due to go out, he turned around and said, "Oh, I've proposed and we're engaged." And they were like, "Okay," like, and just decided amongst themselves, like, we shut up now. And she's the worst person. They have the worst marriage. This boy is so fucking miserable. And I think the boys still feel like a bit of like a
guilt thing.
Yeah, like we should have stepped in sooner. But they made the call as soon as they got engaged. They just made the call to be like, we shut up now. I don't know what you do.
Yeah, it is a difficult one because you don't want them to like turn against you and kind of, because we've seen it. We've seen bad relationships and we've seen.
And we've also seen great relationships turn bad.
Yeah.
So it's like that thing of, what do we really know? Are we missing something? Is there something happening behind closed doors that we don't know about? Is there something that, because I project a lot onto relationships. Like I had it just this Christmas. We had a couple around here within the family, and I found myself, I had like a visceral reaction to him. I just was like, get off her. Like, stop it. He was just very touchy-feely. And I was like, oh my God, leave her alone. And then I was like, this is a you thing, Hat.
Yeah.
Like, this is a you thing. You hate being pawed and touched and like I was like, oh, so we project a lot onto relationships.
My mum does that. Sorry, this is so random, but to go back to my mum. Yeah. My mum just doesn't like any relationship.
Oh, right.
And like, but she'll say stuff about people's relationships. And I'm like, they're fine.
They're happy.
You're
the sad one.
Nuts.
Yeah. And I think that's it. So, but in that, so Gavin Stacey obviously set it up as she was a bitch.
But she was a bitch, but she was a believable bitch.
Yeah, totally.
Which is again what they do so well.
Yeah.
And it was the same when Ness was going to marry Dave Coaches. And I remember Ruth Jones in an interview. We wanted it to look like she could have married him.
Yeah.
And it would have been fine.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't have been the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
And Sonia, I mean, obviously they weren't happy, but she was a believable bitch. There was nothing pantomime-ish about her as a villain, or like, do you know what I mean? There was no
dramatic irony, like she hadn't secretly killed off one of his mates.
Exactly. There was nothing.
She was just one of life's bitches who we all see.
Yeah.
I mean, that hen do gave me shivers. I've seen that hen do.
Yes.
I've just been like, oh God.
But again, my heart ached for Nessa.
I know.
And at that hen do, when they did the Mr. and Mrs.
Which happens at every hen do, by the way, and you have to stop it. You have to stop that game.
Well, when she says his worst fear,
being alone,
and she goes, being on his own in the dark, and it's like she knows him, and I felt it in my chest. I was like, oh my God, this is so. But she portrayed the pain. She
did it so beautifully,
so well.
But would you do it though? So what would you do? It's on the day. It's Emily. She's got a fella who it's not the one she's currently with. I know you love him. No. So like she's got a fella over the years, it's built up, and you've just been like, I don't know. And as it got closer and closer and closer, he's just your everything in you, your female intuition, all those like inner sirens are going, wah, 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 wah. Like what
on
do you
the
do?
day.
Well, it's going to be lead up to the day, isn't it? Because it all gets a bit like hot and heavy.
Like Ben,
lead up to the day.
I don't think it'd get to the day.
So when would you wade in? Because when they're going out, the stakes are pretty low. Do you know what I mean? And then suddenly they're engaged, and then you're like, fuck.
I think, especially with Emily, I don't even think it'd get to a point where they were officially together.
You think you'd have called it?
Yeah, I think. But
would she listen?
Best point.
Well, this is the thing. I don't even think I'd necessarily have to say something. I think she'd know.
Would she listen?
Yeah. It depends. Again, because of how we spoke about how I am in regards to not being judgmental and quite thingy.
Yeah.
I think if I did raise something, she'd go,
"Oh gosh, this must be bad." Yeah, because you are very good at that. You're not someone who is a me and projects and wades in.
On the other hand, would not listen.
I was gonna say, if on the day me / Emily / Chelsea, anyone turn around and were like, "Kay, I don't know," I think you'd be like, no.
Like, look at me.
Yeah.
Look at I've never looked more beautiful. You think I'm wasting these pictures?
You'd be like, no, baby, it's fine. No, he's great. Baby, he's great. Honestly, like he's really good. No, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine.
It's honestly, it's absolutely fine. You only went to one Nazi rally. It's absolutely fine. Like, no. Like, I wouldn't listen.
How about you, Ben? It's different for boys, I think.
So this isn't the same thing, but I'd been on like 2 dates with a girl.
Yeah.
And Joe met her.
Yeah.
And went, mate, no.
I know, he did. I like that. Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah. When she turned up with the drinks, Joe just leaned me to him and went, no.
Wait, do I know this story?
No, maybe. I mentioned it when it happened.
You might have been late. I think you might have been late in on that day.
Was it the Cry the Eyelash day?
Maybe, yeah. That was Strictly day. But yeah.
Oh, I do remember you telling me this. Sorry, I do apologise. I do.
That's really good. I like that.
Yeah.
Because me and Joe, we'd been to work and then went out for a drink after just for 1 or 2. And then she messaged, I'd been out with her the day before and she went, I'm coming to the Monroe. And I went, oh, I'm here. Because I thought if I bump into her and I've seen the message, it'll look weird if I didn't say I was here. She came and sat down with me and Joe. And it was like getting blood out of a stone.
Yeah.
With everything that he asked her. Like he just try and like force conversation. He's like one word. And then she went to the toilet and messaged me. Do you want to go somewhere else after this? And I was like, it's so weird. It's just so weird that she's like, not just... Anyway, Joe was just like, mate, nah. You can't even have a conversation with her. When she's happy in silence, he went, you're not like that. You just no. And I was like, yeah, you are right, actually.
You are right.
You know, when someone said it, you go, oh, actually,
and it is early enough. And also when it's someone like that, like someone you've known for a long time, you know, the only skin they've got in the game is you being happy and you being a nice person. Yeah. It's not someone who's like trying to be... Do you know what I mean? I think new friends can sometimes overstep just because they're trying to sort of put their stamp on a friendship or whatever. Yeah. But like Roche and Robin pulled me out the last one, like real quick. They stepped in because the one who was swimming around for sort of the first 6 months of last year. Well, what are we in? 2024, yeah, this year. Came off the fence real quick, real hard. We're like, no. And it would call me quite sad. Like Robin would call me and be like, I can't believe that this would be your person. I can't believe this would be the person after all this time that you'd bring home. Like and really were like quite visceral reaction to the whole thing. Yeah.
I think as well, that's a good point though. It depends who's telling you. Like the way Smithy did it with, like he looked at Mick and said, I'm asking like you. Yeah. Which was such a powerful moment. When the music started, by the way, and they all started standing, I'll start crying. Yeah. Genuinely, I will start crying. I cried. I give myself a headache again because I cried that much. But I think it depends who's saying it as well. And like, so like if it was me and you said something, I think I'd be like, okay. Chelsea, I think, because Chelsea loves everyone, if Chelsea turned around to me and said, Chelsea is both her best quality and also her worst quality, is that she is almost unwaveringly supportive. So I think if Chelsea said, this isn't right, he's not right, then I think I'd go, oh, fuck. If you're saying it. Whereas sometimes with Emily, I think I'd go the other way of, well, you hate everyone. Yeah. So what am I supposed, like? Yeah,
I think I had that a bit because Hannah had also come off the fence and I was like, Hannah gets quite judgmental quite quickly. And again, it's to keep me safe.
Oh my God,
because she's usually good for it, but she is quite brutal with like her first impressions and what she feels about things. Like she's pretty black and white. Mike Rice waded in. And that was a moment where you're like, he loves everybody. And his issue with it was so specific. Yeah. It was so specific. And he wasn't like, I just think you should be with someone. He was so specific on the things that were going on that he just felt really strongly about. And I think when you have something like that, he does just love everyone.
I think it's the person who says it. And I trust your judgment quite blindly, really. And I think...
Mine.
Yeah.
As you should.
And I think that I would be very kind of... I'd take on what you said. There are a couple of David, I don't think happy birthday to David, by the way, it's his birthday today. But on that
and
note,
on that, wouldn't listen to a fucking thing.
Would not listen to his judgment at all.
No, yeah.
But I think I'm going to just say this to you now. You listen to me and Hattie, okay?
You listen to us. You listen to us.
You listen to us.
You listen to us.
We'll know.
We'll always know.
We'll know if she's a bad one.
Yeah, wow. Sniff them out. Might Kay be invited to Ben's birthday and allowed to go this year? We're going to find out.
Well, it's on a weeknight and I work 9 to 5 now.
Oh gosh, being cool now.
So,
she's being a cool
I'm being
girl
cool
now.
I'm going to put a maybe on that invitation.
Yeah.
Send me a Facebook invite.
I'm going to put a... No.
You're going to put a maybe on the invite, aren't you?
No, because I've made too big of a deal of it now and I have to go.
You have to go.
I know.
I'll be honest. I would love it if I invited you wholeheartedly and then you didn't turn up, and I would use that the next year of like,
yeah.
I know I have to go now. I've made my own bed.
The seesaw of death is really popping up.
You don't have to go, Kay. You should want to go.
I do want to go. I wanted to go last year.
Yeah.
I know. You got told to sit down, didn't you?
But I got told to sit down.
Anyway, we had a lovely...
No, but I do love you. Thank you. I think next year's going to be really big for you. And I'm really, really glad that we're all on this journey together.
The journey.
And we're doing the wicked thing.
The journey.
And I appreciate you and I hold space for you. And I think...
Yeah.
No,
we hold space for all of you who are listening. And we think your journey is great. And it's going to be Thrive time for you as well.
Follow us on Instagram if you haven't already.
Follow us on Instagram. And
where's
also,
that come from?
Yeah, nice one. You're not in Department of Business, you're in Department of Dreams. I'm so sorry, I'm shouting. Oh my
I thought that was going to be like, you're not in the shot. And I was like, okay.
No,
where did that come from?
We're Department of Dreams, Ben.
Do you just really want more followers on Instagram?
It just feels like it's slowed down.
Yeah.
The followers on Instagram have slowed down a little bit, but we're nearly on 2K on TikTok, which is random.
Yeah. And we might hit 1,000 subscribers soon on YouTube. So if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. There's a lot of you watching who aren't subscribed, so
which is so nice of you to watch. But anyway, we're going to flip over to the Patreon now. So spend £3 and you can hear us pour tea, spill tea, and maybe not redact names.
Maybe.
We love you.